John Cleese states that creativity is not a talent, it's a way of operating. His 5 steps of creativity are: space. Create a space for yourself away from demands to become playful and therefore creative. Time. You have to create your space for a specific period of time. Time. Allow a long enough time to come up with something original to stick with a problem longer. Confidence. Having the confidence to not be afraid to be wrong. And humour. Laughter makes you relaxed and promotes playfulness. This theory links in hand with Osborne Parnes to explore the challenge, generate ideas, and prepare for action.
It's a good question. Creativity, when I started working in the business arena back around 2000, was seen as a very fluffy, frilly subject. And back then, a lot of people encouraged me to use the word innovation because it sounded more scientific, sounded more valid in the tough corporate world. Increasingly, though, creativity has nudged its way in from the outside to centre stage, and IBM did a survey in 2000 called Capitalising Upon Complexity. And they interviewed over 1,500 chief execs around the world in over 60 different countries, 30 different business sectors. Creativity came out on top as the number 1 leadership competency that's considered to be important in the modern world. So it's all to do with, it's not artistic creativity that businesses are necessarily interested in, it's more to do with mind elasticity, or strategic agility as it's called. The ability to be able to shift and adapt towards a very unpredictable world and a rapidly changing world.
The question is not, are you creative, but how are you creative? The aim of this puzzle is to connect all 9 dots using 4 straight lines without your pen leaving the paper. Games and puzzles provide a rich source of activity for the development of divergent thinking, which then enhances creativity. Divergent thinking is the discovery and identification of many alternatives. In order to get results from games and puzzles, it is important that the individual gets space and time to think and concentrate. In other words, personal space. Pressure to be creative and create solutions can restrain creativity even further. Negative impacts are shown here when the individual hasn't got his own personal space and has the pressure to solve the task there and then. In other words, it limits him from being creative. The individual now has his own space in which he can come up with his own ideas and start thinking outside of the box. He takes time to think about the problem in hand. At first he doesn't succeed, but as you can see, he now comes up with a clever solution to the puzzle, away from any outside pressure. Research identifies that culture and the environment of the organisation to be key. It's important to have an environment and a culture where the employees feel that they can be creative without being judged, and an open environment with space to fall short whilst being creative. Pushing employees into set pattern decreases the chance of creativity being enhanced. Organisations need to let their employees experiment, give them time, and at times fail. Building cross-functional teams leads to more creative solutions, as the people in the group are specialists in different areas and therefore creative in different ways. A tool to do this could be to use the Belbin Team Role Questionnaire and the MBTI test to combine different people.
Okay guys, we need a new chocolate flavor. Sales are declining, so we need some ideas quite fast now. Anyone? Yeah.
We could add some salt to the banana.
Salt to the banana? No. Anyone?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter? Already done. Anyone? Paul?
How about apple and strawberry?
No. Alien? Okay, I really don't have time for this, guys. Like, we need to get some really good ideas here. Okay, you guys are wasteless. I have to do it myself then. It's gonna be double chocolate chips with banana then.
Here you can see it's a judgmental environment with no ideas flowing.
Hi guys. Okay, so sales are declining now and...
Brainstorming is one of the most important tools in idea generation. When getting a team together to effectively brainstorm, there are 3 main parts to follow.
Need to find a new flavor for a chocolate brand. So I thought we could do some brainstorming here and now, try and find some ideas. So, anything?
First stage, openness. Ideas should be allowed to float freely with no judgment, criticism or evaluation. Defer judgment and quantity breeds quality.
What if we take banana and salt maybe?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a good idea. But we could also maybe take 2 different types of chocolate, might mix them up or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, good one.
I like that idea, and also maybe if you take chocolate and mix it with black pepper or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like pepper.
Sweet and savoury going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Second stage, encourage combination and improvements, called piggybacking.
that's some really good ideas, guys. I like that. If you look at ideas, how can we try and develop these into something?
We could add the chocolate into the banana maybe, sort of mix it up.
Do you think like the chocolate and like
Make some
banana?
combinations. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a great
so
idea.
it's a combination. Okay.
Maybe if we look at the flavours that kind of like enhance each other, maybe the chili and the strawberry, maybe.
Chili and
Explosion
strawberry.
in the mouth,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Something sweet, something sour, something
Yeah.
hard, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, like it.
Third stage, evaluation. Which combination or idea is most creative and helps you reach your goals? Osborne Parnes' creative problem-solving model is widely recognised and initially involves 5 stages. However, a 6th stage can be added. First stage, objective finding. The added stage. Identifying goals, wishes, and challenges. Second stage, fact finding. Gathering the data. Third stage, problem finding. Clarifying the problem. Fourth stage, idea finding. Generating ideas. Take advantage of what you learned about brainstorming. This is the same as the first 2 stages of brainstorming. Fifth stage, solution finding. Select the best idea. This stage is the same as the last stage of brainstorming. Sixth stage, acceptance finding. Make a plan of action.
Well, it's my own view, and I'm going to shamelessly plug my book here, which everyone's in a book called Genius, which came out last year, is I say in the book that I believe that creativity is permission at the end of the day. And if you look at organisations that have high levels of permission, like Google and Apple and Innocent and Semco in Brazil, you'll find that they have the permission to challenge the status quo, to think differently, to ask questions, to challenge orthodox ways of thinking and behaving in the business. But the ones that are at the opposite end of the spectrum, that have what's sometimes called a "you can't do that here" culture. So fundamentally, I would say that would be the key difference. That if you have an atmosphere or a climate or a culture which encourages new ideas and inspiration and innovation, it tends to have a childlike atmosphere. Whereas a very serious adult parental corporate culture has so many rules and processes and procedures and structures, it's very difficult for ideas to thrive.